What's the thing?
So this is the PragerU teacher qualification test.
Okay.
So we're going to go through that together.
Sweet.
First name. Let's make it something fun. Prager
John.
can suck a dick.
Oh, I thought we were going to call him John Stroker.
No, Prager can suck a dick.
Oh, okay.
Phone number 999-999-999.
69. Where's the 69?
Sure. Email
Damn.
address. I'm just going to use my email because...
Please submit PragerU teacher qualifications to Vice Rhino at...
Oh, phone number doesn't look right. God damn it. Let's see. I think
770.
904 is California.
Okay.
What's an exchange in California?
I have no idea.
67121 or 2. That's a 4. 2413. Sure, let's call it that. And it worked. Address 125 America Boulevard.
Gotta love America.
City. I mean, it's giving me the... Sure. Palo Alto, California. That's what it's telling me. 94304? Sure. 94304. Country.
America.
United States of Trumplandia. Which best describes you? Let's say we're a teacher educator.
Best describes me as American.
There's 34 questions. Question 1. According to the Supreme Court case Meyer versus Nebraska, 1923, and Pierce versus Society of Sisters, 1925, who has the ultimate right to direct a child's education?
The parents.
A. Superintendent of schools. B. The parents. C. The Board of Education. D. The Federal Department of Education.
I'll take B for $100, Jim.
Okay. That is correct. Next question. What is the fundamental biological distinction between males and females? A. Height and weight. B. Blood type. C. Personal preference. D. Chromosomes and reproductive anatomy.
Why is this a fucking question?
On a teacher's qualification
Why is this
quiz.
a fucking question?
On a teacher's qualification test.
Like, biological distinction, that's just a leading term. Because we can, so we can say that, you know, the biological distinction is chromosomes and reproductive anatomy. But it would be wrong.
But the social distinction.
But it would still be wrong because we're not talking about fucking gametes.
Yep.
But okay, sure. Continue.
How is a child's biological sex typically identified? A. Parental affirmation of the child's preference. B. Personal feelings. C. Visual anatomical observation and chromosomes. D. Online registration.
Do we fucking scan chromosomes?
We do not.
What the fuck are they talking about?
They just have to get that in there because they know that visual anatomical observation is not actually sufficient in all cases to determine
just do
sex.
the visual, they literally just do the anatomical observation as evidenced by the fact that when you have an intersex kid, they're basically doing a best guess on which side to snip.
Yeah. So we know what answer they're going for, so let's just cheat the system. That is correct. Which chromosome pair determines biological sex in humans?
Why are we focusing so fucking much on the trans shit?
Because this is the most important issue when determining whether or not teachers are qualified.
Why is the determining factor for whether you can be a teacher how you feel about trans people? Why is that the... What?
They didn't say anything about trans people, Suris. Obviously that's where they're going, but like...
eat a dicycle.
Yeah.
We know what
so
they're
we know
going
they're
for
looking
here.
for XXXY in there. So why is the distinction between male and female considered important in areas like sports and privacy? For equity in minor communities, to preserve fairness, safety, and integrity for both sexes.
If I'm a teacher who's not a fucking biology teacher,
Suris,
why the fuck do I care?
Suris, this test is actually being used in Oklahoma. This is the actual test they are using in Oklahoma before you're allowed to teach there.
Then burn Oklahoma. Fuck it. We could be a 49-state country. That's fine.
Okay. So why is the distinction between male and female considered important in areas like sports and privacy? For equity in minority communities, to preserve fairness, safety, and integrity for both sexes, to increase participation in sports, to enhance the self-esteem of transgender children.
They think they're going to ask for it to be B. That's what they want it to be.
Yeah, that's what they want it to be. But especially in schools, it doesn't fucking matter. All the sports are co-ed.
Okay, what we have
until
next?
You get to high school, all the sports are co-ed. Whatever. Question 6. Should teachers be allowed to express their own political viewpoint in the classroom in order to persuade students to adopt their point of view?
What is a political viewpoint? what is our definition of a political viewpoint? Because fucking anything can be boiled down to politics. Every goddamn thing can be boiled down to it. So what is a political viewpoint?
Here's the thing, is like they're looking for D, which is no, the classroom is not an appropriate venue for political activism. But that's what they're doing. They're doing political activism.
Yeah, this is them saying, no, the individual teachers don't have a right to this, but we, PragerU, do. So let's just press D and move on, I guess.
Let's just collect the D. No, it's not.
What
did the Supreme Court rule in 2025 case Mahmood v. Taylor?
What did the Supreme Court... Why would it fucking matter? Why would it matter? You're a teacher, and if you're not a teacher of law, why the fuck do you care? No.
This one does matter because
none of this fucking matters.
This one does matter because this one actually matters because if you're a teacher and you get the letter from the parent saying, "Hey, I don't want my kid in your class because you are gay," then you have to let that kid not be in your class because that's what it ruled. What are the first 3 words of the Constitution?
We the people.
No, A. In God we trust.
That's not 3 words. Fuck off.
B, we the people. C, life, liberty, happiness. And D, the United States. So for this one, they knew that they had to get it down to 3 words because life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
But they couldn't just type in God we.
Yeah,
all right.
They're so dumb. We the people.
What do we have next?
That's also technically that's the preamble. That's not actually part of the Constitution.
Yeah, but they're dumb.
I know. Why is freedom of religion important to America's identity? A. It protects religious choice from governmental control. B. It makes Christianity the national religion. C. It bans all forms of public worship. D. It limits the religious teaching in the public square.
They want it to be A, and I could even argue that A is also technically correct. So whatever.
It is technically correct, but they just don't understand what that means.
Yeah, they don't.
And also they are making B the way they use the term freedom of religion, B is the answer, but A is the correct answer.
You can be any religion you want, so long as it's Jeebus.
Yeah. What are the 2 parts of U.S. Congress? House of Lords and House of Commons, Judiciary and the Senate, Executive and Legislative, the Senate and the House of Representatives. Yeah, we all know that one.
Yeah, it's Senate and the House of Representatives, but...
Just for the record,
But you don't have to know that if you're not a teacher who focuses on that.
So, fun fact, I've already been through this, and as a Canadian, I got 1 question wrong. That was it. It's so fucking basic. How many U.S. senators are there? That's 100.
Yeah, because it's two per state.
2 per state.
Yeah, it's House of Representatives has more.
Why do some states have more representatives than others? Representation is allocated by population. They cover a larger geographic area. They have held statehood for a longer period. I'm not going to read all the answers for this. We've gotten past the trans things. That's the most.
What is the
egregious
primary responsibility of the presidential cabinet? Advise the president?
Advise the president. Yeah.
But
who signs bills into laws? The president.
Why does any of this matter if you are a biology teacher? What
is the highest court of the United States?
The Supreme
it doesn't.
Court. What is...
In the United States, which of the following is a responsibility reserved only for citizens? Serve on a jury, own a home, pay taxes, possess a driver's license. Obviously serve on a jury.
Yeah. Wait, did they just try to say that it's not a citizen's duty to pay taxes? Is that the implication there?
Uh-huh, yeah. Or, well, what I got out of there is that the illegals don't pay taxes because they're not citizens. So which of the following are explicitly listed in the Bill of Rights? Freedom of speech and religion, voting and public education, reproductive rights and healthcare, or freedom from data collection and surveillance?
It's A. That's the one that's explicitly in there.
Yeah.
But...
So they're trying to tell you that you don't actually have a right to all those other ones.
That's what the implication is.
What does the Second Amendment protect? The right to keep and bear arms in a well-organized militia. I noticed that you're missing that part.
No, it wants us to have bear arms, so...
What is the supreme law of the United States? The presidential executive orders, laws passed by Congress and signed by the president, laws passed by state legislatures and signed by state governors, or the Constitution?
They're going to say it's the Constitution.
Yes.
Despite the fact that there are several things the Constitution doesn't fucking cover, which is why we have amendments. Mm-hmm. Anyways...
Who wrote the first draft of the Declaration of Independence? I think this is the one that I got wrong.
Optimus Prime. I don't fucking care. It doesn't matter.
Thomas Jefferson.
We're not... if we're not doing political history, none of this fucking matters. If you're a teacher who doesn't cover this shit, if you're a math teacher, what the fuck does any of this have to do with anything?
Because you got to be sufficiently jingoistic.
Don't fucking care.
When was the Declaration of Independence adopted? July 4th, 1776. What's the primary reason the colonists fought the British? To resist expansion of the British Empire, to maintain slavery, to resist taxation without representation. Looking at you, DC and Guam and American Samoa and
They're going to say
Puerto
it's
Rico.
C, but we don't live up to those values.
No, we don't. Who were the first 3 U.S. presidents? Oh, no, this is the one I got wrong.
Well, it wasn't Ben Franklin.
Yeah, no, it was Washington, Jefferson, Madison. Is that it?
Yep.
I don't remember. That's
No.
not right.
Yeah, fuck if I know. Again, it's not important fucking information. It's not.
Washington, Adams, Jefferson? There we go. But also, like, if you get it wrong, it just sends you back to the question. You get it right again. So this is the teacher qualification test.
Yeah, they're the only
If these were
qualification.
actually important questions, you wouldn't be able to do that.
Because it's not about it's not about qualification. It's about them being able to say, "Hey, technically, you agreed to all of our bullshit."
Yeah. Who is called the father of our country? George Washington. I don't know who calls him that, but that's what they're looking for. What did the Emancipation Proclamation do? Here we get to some fun stuff here. It ended prohibition, it freed Confederate generals, freed slaves in the North, and ended slavery in the rebelling Confederate states.
They're gonna want it to be D.
Uh-huh. That's correct. What was Abraham Lincoln's primary reason for waging the Civil War?
To preserve the Union.
To preserve the Union, not to abolish slavery.
It was to preserve the Union because he literally was quoted saying that if he could preserve the Union without abolishing slavery, he would.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's one that they bring out a lot of times to say that the Civil War wasn't about slavery.
But now that we're done talking about the slavery stuff, we got to move on to Martin Luther King Jr. so that we're not talking about black people badly.
Yeah. What was he best known for? Advocating for
Racial equality?
advocating for diversity, equity, and inclusion? Yes, actually.
Yeah, but they're going to say that it's D.
Yeah. But, like, absolutely, he was advocating for diversity, equity, and inclusion. How did the Cold War end? The Soviet Union collapsed, I think.
That's like the country we were dealing with stopped having money.
Yeah. Who was president during the Great Depression and World War II? Like, remember those big times that everybody remembers as being bad? Which president's responsible for that is what they're going for here, because it's FDR, and he
They're gonna
did a lot of good shit that they don't want you to think is good shit.
Yeah.
What's the name of the national anthem?
Star Spangled Banner.
Banner. Jingoism. Why are there 13 stripes on the states to symbolize the
13
original
colonies.
Yeah. Which national holiday honors those who died while serving the U.S. military?
Memorial Day.
Which of the following is a phrase from the Pledge of Allegiance? One nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Was not always that way, but sure, why the fuck
No,
not?
originally it was C. Last question. For whom does the United States government derive its power?
It's
Right
supposed-
now from the president.
It's supposed to be from the people, but it's top down
supposed to be.
now.
Yeah,
Like,
that is correct. How would you rate the difficulty of their test? Easy.
because
a
can we
fucking
put a version of it that just says stupid? Like, can the difficulty level be stupid? Is that? Do they have a fucking picture of Dennis Prager at the end?
They have a picture of Dennis Prager.
God, I don't. My boner's gone. I'm sorry.
I didn't realize that you had it in the first place at the moment. Okay.
Neither did
So
I.
now I have to show you the
National anthem should be "I don't want to be an American idiot."
Bang, 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 ba-ding, bang, bang.
What are we doing now?
I am getting the certificate.
Why is there a certificate for this fucking shit? This is as useless as those certificates you got from the Pokemon trading card game tutorial CD-ROM.
There. This is to certify that Prager can suck a dick, has successfully completed teacher qualification test.
We have
there
fun
we go.
here.
It's nice that they tried to do some data validation on their little form.
Man, they suck.
I was actually like, when I thought about doing that, I'm like, they'll probably have a flag go up if you write about. No, they can't with dick. because some people's first name was Dick.
is the American flag, brother.
Yeah, indeed. Okay, so yeah, that's it for our stream.
That does
It's
seem
an
to
early
be
one
it.
tonight.
It is, and
Yeah.
I got stuff to do, so that works out. Actually,
Are you still streaming?
no, I don't. I wish I had time to, but I do not.
Okay. I will see if there's someone to raid. If not, I'm not raiding anyone.
Woo!
But I do have a special end credit segment for you today.
What we got?
So as always, fuck off.
Hey, thanks for making it to the end of the video. I really could not do any of this without all of you. Those of you watching, and especially those of you who support me on Patreon. I wanted to go ahead and take a minute to thank all of you who do that, because with YouTube being what it is these days, I really cannot do this full time without the support from each and every one of you. Those people would be Red Joker, Purple Poundini, Jemshin, Britzkrieg, Jupe the Malignant, Michael, Ravalern, Mabbity Babbity, Astral Frontier, Tales of Atonement, Nixie Chan, Kiri Artemis, Limor Pinku, Love Bunny Games, Victorian Alchemist, I'm not saying the last part of that, and you know that, Aurora, Leela Ururaka, Arcton Arclacier, Kiratorian, Dren Hadamata, Jordan M, John L, Lord Bleck, Smiling Game Master, and Fire Shard. Thank you so very much. But since you're here, why not go ahead and try watching another one? There should be one that's on the screen right now. And if you are a patron of mine, I wanted to go ahead and thank you again for all of your support. There is still a video you could press though, if you'd like. I would appreciate it. Just a little bit.